Hey everyone, and welcome to Empowered by Self-Love, the podcast. My name is Jessica Fuentes, and I am a certified professional coach. I will be here every Saturday talking about transformation. How to transform those difficulties you encounter throughout your life into lessons. How can you transform that victim mindset into one of opportunity and growth? If you want to transform your life, the key is to learn and realize that you have everything you need within yourself. If you are looking for a safe place to find inspiration, motivation, and the tools to become empowered, then this is the podcast to listen to. This podcast is brought to you by my website, Empowered-SelfLove.com. Thank you for joining me every Saturday, and I want to thank you all for listening every week. Thank you for your support and for making Empowered by Self-Love, the podcast, part of your Saturday routine. I am extremely thankful and grateful for your warm welcome. My hope is to bring you the tools that enriches your life and that helps you become more empowered. So thank you for sharing with your friends and family, and let's continue to spread the knowledge and the inspiration. In today's episode, I will be talking about what is getting in the way between you and your goals. Hey there, happy Saturday! I wish for you to feel well, energetic, and ready for today's episode. Achieving personal and professional goals is a journey often filled with challenges and obstacles. And recognizing these roadblocks is the first step towards overcoming them. So many times we are the ones who are really getting in our own way and we don't get to achieve our goals. And this is more common, very common, and I can guarantee you that this has happened to at least 99% of the people. So don't feel bad if this has happened to you. But the question being is, why? Why is it that we are the ones who get in our own way of achieving our goals? So I researched, and here are some common barriers that might be delaying your progress and the strategies to address them. Number one is the lack of clarity. Unclear goals can lead you to confusion and inefficiency. Without a clear direction, it's challenging to maintain focus and to prioritize your tasks. So it's important to define specific, measurable, achieving, relevant, and time-bound goals. Break them down. Larger goals into smaller ones. That way they are more manageable milestones and you can create a clear roadmap ahead of you. Number two is the fear of failure. That can really paralyze your action and prevent you from taking necessary risks. And oftentimes this stems from a fear of judgment, rejection, or not meeting your expectations or somebody else's expectations. So it's important for you to reframe failure and not call it failure, because failure is really a learning opportunity. It's best to embrace the growth by perceiving setbacks as valuable lessons that can bring you closer to your success. Number three is procrastination. When you get to delay tasks, that often results in you feeling overwhelmed, you lacking motivation, and you struggling with perfectionism. So it's important to use time management techniques, such as calendar management, time blocking, so that you can increase your productivity. Set deadlines and hold yourself accountable to create urgency in certain tasks And some other tasks you might be able to delegate or not give it as much priority. So, time management will be the best solution for procrastination. Number 4 is limiting beliefs. That negative self talk and the limiting beliefs can undermine your confidence and your ability to achieve goals. Practicing positive affirmations and challenging those limiting beliefs by identifying counter evidence. How true are these limiting beliefs? Surround yourself with positive influences and supportive people. Number 5 is lack of resources. Not having the resources you need, such as time, money, or knowledge, can impede progress and can even make you feel frustrated. So, when you get to identify the resources that you need, you can seek creative solutions. This could involve learning new skills, seeking a mentor, reallocating your time, creating a budget. There are many ways you can strategize your lack of resources and create a plan. Number 6 is external distractions. Those constant interruptions and distractions from technology, social media, or unsupportive environment can derail your focus. So it is best if you create a dedicated workspace for those goals that you have, and you get to establish boundaries and minimize non-essential activities. So you get to utilize your tools more efficiently when you set those boundaries. Number 7, inconsistent habits. Success is often the result of consistency, consistent habits, and consistent actions. When you are inconsistent, that can lead to stagnation. So it is important to establish routines and rituals that align with your goals. Track your progress and adjust your habits to ensure they support your objectives. Number 8 is lack of motivation. Without motivation, it's very difficult to maintain the energy and the enthusiasm you need to pursue your goals. So the best way is to reconnect with your why, with your purpose. That way you will stay motivated. Visualize the benefits of achieving your goals and celebrate the small wins to maintain your momentum. Number 9 is the fear of change. Resistance to change can prevent you from pursuing new opportunities or adjusting your plans when you need to. So it's important to embrace change as a necessary part of your growing process. And the best way to do so is by developing resilience, by stepping out of your comfort zone regularly and build adaptability. Number 10, emotional barriers. When you have a lot of stress, lots of anxiety, and unresolved past experiences, these can block your progress. So engage in self-care practices such as meditation, exercise, therapy to address those emotional barriers. Cultivating emotional intelligence can also aid in managing emotions effectively. So for me, it was fear. Fear was always getting in the way between me and my goals. And it was fear of failure, fear of rejection, and therefore I would fill up my head with justifications that in reality they were excuses. Excuses to hide the real reason, which was fear and which was insecurity. But that was me. How about you? What about you? What has gotten in the way between you and your goals? Why have you not achieved certain goals? And what is it that you're telling yourself to justify yourself? What excuses are you using that in reality are little lies? But let me tell you, you're not the only one. We're all in this together. We all tell ourselves lies because we really feel bad enough to accept the truth. So we all do it. This is not to judge you or to feel judged myself. It is rather an opportunity to confront it. We have the opportunity to confront and question our actions or our lack of action. So we can tackle the real reasons behind us not achieving certain goals. So from all of the list that I mentioned before, I think that the top 5 greater obstacles are fear. Of course, that's the number one and major obstacle. We fear failure, we fear judgment and rejection. And in this case, obviously, I speak from experience because that has been the real reason behind my procrastination, behind my lack of motivation, and mostly behind my self-doubts. It is like there is this little evil voice inside my head that says, don't try it, you're not good enough. Or if I get to try something, then the voice starts to tell me, you're gonna fail because nobody cares, or you're not good enough, or somebody does it better than you. We feed our fears with our thoughts, and that is something that grows in our heads. And the only ones responsible for this growth of negativity and the fear within ourselves is ourselves. So it is you and it is also me. Now, the second major reason I would say is lack of clarity. Maybe you know the outcome, but maybe you don't know how you will get there. The lack of clarity tends to paralyze us. And as a result, the fears are fed from this lack of clarity. And the cycle continues and it even grows more like an avalanche of self-created obstacles. That lack of clarity is only information because you know what you desire as the outcome, but you don't know how you will get to point D from point A, right? The only thing left to do is to start to figure it out. See it like a puzzle. If the pieces belong, they will get attached. And if they don't belong, you'll need to try placing them elsewhere. It is only a matter of time. You can learn and you can work around your possibilities. The trick here is not to stay paralyzed, but to set yourself smaller and progressing goals. That way you will collect little wins and that will result in a big win once you have figured out where all of those pieces of the puzzle belong to. The third major reason I can list is self-doubt. If you doubt yourself, you most likely won't reach the goal. One thing is to realize that it is hard and it is difficult, but that is way much different than doubting yourself. Let me tell you, the one thing I say to myself when the doubt tries to take over is the following statement. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I am going to do it. Most of the times I get to reach the goal because I don't allow the self-doubt to settle in. I kick it out. The realization that it is difficult doesn't make it impossible. It just makes it difficult. And those are two different things. Now the fourth reason or major reason is our limiting beliefs. We limit ourselves because of who we believe we are. And a limiting belief is nothing other than the idea of you that other people have implanted in your head. You believe the way others were limiting your capacities. And the reality is that whoever implanted limitations upon yourself was only reflecting their own fears and their own limitations. Sometimes it could even be envy.
When people tell you something is not possible, they say it because it is not possible for them, but it might not be your truth. That does not have to be your reality. So don't believe everything that other people say about yourself. Their opinion of you is none of your business. You are your business, and so are your goals. The last one I'm going to list as one of the top major reasons is time management. Sometimes we are simply overwhelmed and genuinely we don't have the time to add more responsibilities in our list of priorities. And you know what? That it's okay because you're human. But don't let the current situation determine your entire future. Some situations are permanent, like an illness or a family member's illness. But when the plate gets a little empty, that allows you for some space, that is when the opportunity to pursue that goal becomes a reality. Give yourself the priority the same way that you have given it to others. Allow yourself to live. As much as you have cared for others, it is time for you to allow yourself to live and to pursue your goals. It might require some planning, more coordination than any other people, but it is doable once you create a plan. You only need to believe in yourself. I am a true believer that everyone has the capacity to achieve a goal that they have been able to visualize in their heads. Visualization is magical, and it is also the door that opens and that gives you a glimpse of how your future could look like. So don't ignore your visions. Whichever situation you might be experiencing, allocate it. Sit down with yourself and your thoughts and analyze what it is that you truly want for yourself and make the necessary adjustments to pursue that vision. Identifying your major obstacles is key to developing effective strategies that can help you overcome them. By addressing personal and external barriers, you can pave the way and pursue your goals in a more focused and determined way. Remember, the journey to reaching your goals is as valuable as the destination itself. Embrace the challenges and allow them to serve you as teachers that guide you towards growth and fulfillment. If you feel that this is a message you connected with, I am very glad and happy that this will be the beginning of an extraordinary journey of transformation and empowerment for you. So remember that we have a date every Saturday. You can't miss the next episode in which I will be talking about limiting beliefs. Thank you for listening to today's episode, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that it brought some perspective as well as hope. If there is any particular topic you would like me to discuss, or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email at jessica.fuentes@empowered-selflove.com. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find me there as empowered.selflove. I also encourage you to visit my webpage, empowered-selflove.com, and explore more about what coaching is all about. In the Services tab, you can sign in for the free discovery session. During the discovery session, I will explain everything you need to know about coaching, the type of coaching I specialize in, and the packages I have available for you. You can find all the links on the episode's notes. Remember, if you like this content or thought of somebody that could benefit from it, please share it with your friends and family. Remember that we have a date every Saturday, and I can't wait for us to meet again. See you next week!